This is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, severe storms move through parts of eastern Kentucky, leaving significant damage behind and killing at least one person. We will have more on that damage in downtown Prestonsburg in just a moment, but we want to begin with Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel. She has the latest on these storms that are fortunately beginning to move out. Paige?
Yeah, Steve, like you said, they are beginning to move out, which is some good news, but still moving through parts of Virginia and West Virginia. Let's go ahead and dive into radar, where you'll see some of those severe thunderstorm warnings to our east now, but we're still seeing some heavy downpours in parts of now into Letcher County, southern Perry County. But let's go ahead and dive into these warnings. It's really just Buchanan County that we are keeping a close eye on, and even just a slim part of Dickinson County, and that is until 4:15. So we still have about 15 minutes on this warning. They just backed it off a little bit. That same line was the line that moved through Prestonsburg and caused damage, moved through parts of Pikeville as well. So this has been warned really since it moved through parts of Jackson and even parts of Breathitt County, Magoffin County, Floyd County. It's really just been a severe line moving through the area, and that's going to continue to push off into the east, into parts of West Virginia and Virginia as well. But it is slowly moving out of our area. But you'll notice those heavy showers moving into parts of Letcher County now, into southern Floyd County, even into parts of Harlan County, just the northern parts, and even the southern part of Perry County. But as we zoom into parts of Prestonsburg, you'll notice a few hours ago, here's that line that moved through right around 2:30 that caused that severe damage in downtown Prestonsburg. Just very, very gusty, think straight line winds. Obviously, we do not know exactly what caused the damage over there, but that is what we are speculating for now. And as we take a look really at pinpoint Doppler over the past really couple or several hours, you'll notice this line of showers and storms just increasing as it moved into parts of eastern Kentucky. We have another chance for storms as we head into your Thursday. I'll have a look at that full forecast though coming up in just a few short minutes. Steve.
All right, thank you very much, Paige. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the coroner was called to downtown Prestonsburg after that severe storm blew a roof off a building and into the street below, crushing several cars. WYMT's Connor James is live with the latest. Connor, what a scene there.
A strong storm rolled through here at about 2:30 this afternoon. What you're seeing behind me is the aftermath of that. The roof blew off the building. The building that was the Hawk Shop. It was a previous pawn shop. The Floyd County Coroner's Office says one person is dead following the storm. Debris damaged multiple cars in this area. Now, people tell me in the buildings nearby that they could feel their buildings shaking as the storm approached.
Well, we were just working, the electric went off, and then all of a sudden you could see the rain. I mean, it was hammering down the street. We could see the vehicles shaking, and then the electric went off. We didn't even know anything had happened until we seen the fire truck come and block the street off.
Now, we're still trying to learn more details, like if anyone else is injured. There is a news conference scheduled for 4:30. Again, we're just trying to get more information. I'm live in Prestonsburg. Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Connor, thank you for that live report. And as Connor mentioned, there will be a news conference, we are told, at 4:30 at City Hall, and we hope to plan that. We hope to carry that live coming up at 4:30. But again, we have confirmed that one person is dead after that roof slammed into the street below, crushing some cars there in downtown Prestonsburg. Just the damage alone, an awful scene, but knowing that one person was killed just makes it so much worse. And again, stay tuned to 4:30. We'll have that news conference for you. In other news, the Hindman Volunteer Fire Department is asking for the community's help in replacing a 1,250-gallon tanker that crashed back in early April. WYMT's Taylor Upchurch is in the newsroom with more on that. Taylor?
Yes, Steve. Fire Chief Preston Hayes says April 10th was a bad day for the books, but certainly not the worst day ever. Thankfully, no one was hurt in the crash that resulted from what firefighters believe was a brake failure. While putting out a structure fire, the brake failed and rolled over the tanker's wheel chock. Chief Hayes says an open door hit the driver and threw him to the ground. The weight of the tanker caused it to roll back and hit a tree, which then gave way. Chief Hayes goes on to describe the rest.
Kind of looked like the Titanic, if you will, with the rear of the truck kind of went out of view with the nose pointed up. As it went out of sight, we heard a loud crash at the bottom, and that's when we knew that our truck was probably totaled, and we were going to have a long road to go to try to get back to where we were before.
Chief Hayes went on to say replacing the new tanker comes with a hefty price tag. Estimates show this purchase could cost anywhere from $220,000 to $240,000. That price does not include the $50,000 it could take to replace equipment on the tanker. If anyone's interested in making a donation, we'll have more information on how to do so coming up at 5:30. Steve?
All right, Taylor Upchurch, thank you. The southbound lanes of Interstate 75 are back open in Rockcastle County this afternoon after a fiery crash this morning. It happened just north of the Mount Vernon exit, and at one point, traffic was backed up all the way into Madison County. Olivia Russell has more.
Miles of I-75 southbound shut down for hours. State police say it all started around 9 o'clock this morning when they got a call about a fiery crash. Officials say the driver of the semi-truck says a tire blew out, causing him to lose control, hit a guardrail, and crash into a ditch. The driver was sent to Mount Vernon Hospital and treated for non-life-threatening injuries, but several pigs in the trailer were killed. Some survived and were taken to vets in the area. State police say the animals and fiery debris made the cleanup tricky, leading to the major shutdown.
Well, it's going to be a tedious type operation. I mean, we're having to offload the animals from the crash vehicle onto another vehicle, so it's going to be a challenging situation, to say the least.
I-75 South has reopened since the accident, but police say they expect to be on the scene for a while and drivers should expect delays. In Rockcastle County, Olivia Russell, WKYT.
Officials say one lane is open right now as the cleanup continues. There is an alternate route at the Berea exit through Highway 25. Today, Louisiana is expected to join several other states and pass a restrictive heartbeat abortion bill. Louisiana lawmakers are considering the bill banning abortions as early as the 6th week of a pregnancy, joining 5 other states that have passed so-called fetal heartbeat bills, including Missouri, where the last remaining abortion clinic there could be shut down by the end of the week. The license for the St. Louis clinic is set to expire on Friday, a move Planned Parenthood is now fighting in court.
Abortion remains legal, but if it's inaccessible, then for all intents and purposes, women just are not able to access essential health care.
For now, the legal battle over these new abortion laws continues to play out in lower courts. Special counsel Robert Mueller spoke publicly for the first time since the release of his report on Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. Mueller says Russia made multiple systematic efforts to interfere with the 2016 presidential election and tried to damage Hillary Clinton's campaign. Mueller also says his office could not consider whether President Donald Trump committed a crime by obstructing justice because he is a sitting president.
If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. We did not, however, make a determination as to whether the president did commit a crime.
A senior White House official says the White House was notified last night that Mueller might make a statement today. What he was planning to say was not revealed. Mueller says he will resign from the Justice Department now that his work is complete. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this stormy Wednesday afternoon. The Dow closes down today more than 221 points. Nearly 300 senior citizens took part in this year's Big Sandy Senior Games. Today at a banquet, they awarded the winners of all those games. They start at the age of 50 and work their way up, including a 95-year-old who has been coming to the games for years and just enjoys hanging out with his friends and competing.
I get along good all the time. I hardly ever have a sick moment. And I just love it.
And the oldest person to win an award today, they were 99 years young. Straight ahead on First at 4, teammates of a 7-year-old battling cancer in Arizona come together to show their love and support.
And a cold front moves in Thursday and brings us more scattered showers and storms. I'll have a look at that full forecast next.